And ever talk yourself out of something? You have an idea, a spark, and then you start building the case. The right case. You list the logical benefits and the sensible outcomes, the guaranteed returns. And more often than not, that perfect airtight case becomes a perfect airtight cage, and we're taught to have good reasons for our actions. Why are you doing that? Is a question of justification. We need a rationale that sounds respectable, productive, and optimized. But what if I told you that the best things you'll ever do will be for reasons that sound, by most standards, completely wrong? Today, and I want to make the case for the wrong reason. The illogical, the impulsive, the trivial, the emotional, the because I felt like it reason. And why that reason isn't just valid, it's often the best reason you have. Let's define our terms. And the right reason is the one that passes the committee meeting in your head. It's the ROI, the career advancement, the guaranteed learning outcome, the societal approval. And it's doing the marathon for the fitness. Writing the book to become an authority. Taking the trip to broaden your horizons. These aren't bad, but they're heavy, and they turn the activity into a means to an end. The joy gets buried under the justification, and worse, the right reason is a gatekeeper. And if you can't construct a bulletproof, logical case for it, you don't get to do it. So you don't start the blog, and because who will read it? You don't learn the instrument because you'll never be professional. The right reason becomes a tool for inaction. Now, and enter the wrong reason. You join the pottery class because you like the smell of clay. Not to become a potter, not to be mindful, because you like the smell. And that's it. You apply for that wild job because the application form looked fun. Seriously. You start running to listen to that one podcast series guilt-free. And you call an old friend because you saw a weird garden gnome that reminded you of them. These reasons are lightweight. They have no baggage. And they're not carrying the weight of your future success. They are direct lines from a simple desire to an action. No committee meeting required. And here's the secret. And the wrong reason is authentic. It's not fabricated for a resume or a social media post. It's the true, often silly, idiosyncratic spark that actually lives inside you. And it's your reason, not society's. This is where it gets beautiful. The wrong reason is the ultimate Trojan horse, and you signed up for the class because you liked the smell of clay. That was your wrong reason. But once you're in the class, all the right reasons show up uninvited, and you discover focus. You make friends. You fail at making a bowl and learn resilience. You accidentally find mindfulness. You started running for the podcast, but 6 months in, you're fitter, you have more energy, you've finished 3 series. The right outcomes became byproducts of your wrong motivation, and the wrong reason gets you past the gate. It bypasses the resistance of your overthinking brain. It says, we're not here to build a new career, and we're just here to play. And in that state of play, of low-stakes experimentation, real transformation happens. It's a backdoor to a better life. So, how do we do this? And we have to retune our ears to listen for the whisper of the wrong reason. First, listen to your curiosity, not your logic. That little tug towards something, and that's the signal. Don't ask, what's the point? Ask, does that seem kind of fun? Second, practice stating your wrong reason out loud. And I'm learning Spanish, so I can finally understand the dialogue in telenovelas without subtitles. Say it with pride. The sheer lightness of it is the point. Third, and protect it. When someone asks you the why with a raised eyebrow, you don't have to give them the corporate annual report. You can smile and say, honestly, and just a whim. That's a complete sentence. The most fulfilling paths are not laid by GPS coordinates of optimal outcomes. They are lit by small, strange, and personal curiosity. And the book you write because you're obsessed with a minor historical figure no one else cares about will be more alive than the one you write to be a writer. And the business you start to solve a tiny, annoying problem you have will have more passion than the one you start to hit a market gap. And your wrong reasons are your compass to what actually makes you you. They are unvarnished, unoptimized data points from your core. And the logic, heavy, right reasons often lead to a life that looks good on paper. But the wrong reasons, they lead to a life that feels vibrant, surprising, and uniquely yours. So the next time you feel that nudge to try, to start to reach out, and your brain starts building the right case, pause and see if there's a simpler, sillier, more emotionally true reason hiding underneath, and then use that. Champion it. Do it for the smell of the clay. Do it for the podcast, and do it because the application looked fun. Do it for the wrong reason. It's the best one you've got. Thanks for watching, and now go do something for a terribly great reason.